Hi guys, welcome to the Mystic Media channel. I am Rabina Rastaban, aka the Realist Astrologer. And tonight I was trying to record my last video of the Dark Side of Zodiac Male series on Libra, but after the fourth take, I just gave up. It must not be in the cards. I'm just gonna postpone it for another day. So I wanted to get a video out. So I'm gonna do a short little video, and this is on the topic of demonic possession. Now, I mentioned demonic possession briefly in the video I did on the dark sided Scorpio male, and I just wanted to provide some clarification on what I mean in terms of demonic possession. Now, when I'm referring to demonic possession, I'm not referring to that whole cliche exorcist type of demonic possession, although that can be real. That's often rare. What's more likely is that people will be influenced by demonic entities or demonic spirits, but it will be in a very nondescript, very clandestine way. So the person oftentimes won't even be aware that they're under the influence of a demonic spirit or just demonic energy in general. So I wanted to talk about one form of demonic possession in particular, and that is being possessed by a sex demon. I know it might sound funny, and I'm not talking about incubus or succubus. I'm not talking about that. That's something different, but I do believe that exists as well. However, there's sex demons out there, and these sex demons are filled with a spirit of lust. And when these sex demons infect people, the people that they infect might throw out all types of reason and may give themselves fully over to the sex demon and be full of a spirit of lust. And that enables them to commit grievous sins in relation to sexual activity. So I mentioned in another video about how nowadays, in these modern times, when dealing with astrology, you have to add for inflation. Well, the signs that are prone to sexual deviancy or the planetary aspects in one's chart that could indicate sexual deviancy, it's going to be more pronounced. It's going to be uh, more prolific. And a lot of this spirit of lust comes through people being possessed by a sex demon. Now, when I say sex demon, I'm not referring to a separate discarnate entity in this case. We have what are called personal demons, and we also have real demons or individual demons who are, their own separate entities. So when I talk about a sex demon, I'm talking about more of a psychological, internal, personal demon that the person is dealing with. So they do have free will in this case, so it's not like they're being possessed and they don't have no choice in the matter. They have a choice whether to act on this spirit of lust that has infected them. However, the pull of this lust is so strong that it will cause them to throw out reason and to throw out caution and to throw out, any sense of decency. And the society that we live in nowadays promotes this type of spirit of lust. It promotes this whole sexual demonic spirit. This society is getting more and more out of hand in terms of people trying to live out their sexual fantasies, and it's becoming more and more evident. And even years ago, people were possessed by sex demons and the spirit of lust. And as a result, they, crossed boundaries that they shouldn't have crossed. And they, committed some horrible crimes. Uh, One person that comes to mind is this whole Africa Bambaataa uh, scandal that's going on right now. If these allegations are true, Bambaataa would be a perfect example of someone who is possessed by a sex demon. They can't even think straight when they get around the object of their lust. They give in to that desire. In my opinion, it's a form of demonic possession, but a willful form of demonic possession. You're giving yourself over to an entity that is psychological, but that actually has power over you. And the more you feed this entity, the bigger it grows. And that's why people who are child molesters, they cannot stop, they cannot be treated. It's because that demon is insatiable in its appetite for lust, debauchery, deviancy, and abuse. There are a lot of people walking around who are possessed by sex demons nowadays. Just think about the teachers getting caught having sex with students in school. There's a lot of female teachers nowadays that are getting caught. How do you explain that? They are possessed by sexual demonic spirits. So, just to reiterate, I'm not talking about the demonic entity that you would see maybe like in an Exorcist movie or the exorcism of Emily Rose. I'm not talking about that type of demonic possession. I'm talking mainly possession of the psyche, where you allow your base desires to take over. And as a result, you create these demons within yourself that need to be fed. And in order for you to take control back over your life, you have to go through some serious cathartic therapeutic treatment. But oftentimes it's too much because those demons have become too big and they overpower you and they take over your whole being. And that's why a lot of these sexual deviants, they cannot be treated. And that's because that sex demon is so powerful. The sex demon is of Scorpio. And Scorpio is a sign that can easily overpower and that can transform and that can lead to death but also rebirth. So when these people give themselves over to a sex demon, basically it's them signing their death certificate because they're no longer living. They're basically allowing this demon to take over and they're inhabiting their body and they no longer become human. So I know this is kind of dark and morbid, but I'm on this whole Scorpio train of thought right now. Maybe because Mars is in retrograde right now and Mars rules Scorpio. But yeah, I just wanted to clarify what I meant about demonic possession and the spirit of lust and being possessed by demons, namely sex demons. So, peace, blessings. Please like and subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos.